episode 38, Barbershop Podcast.
37.
No, don't tell me that.
Yes.
I was rolling ahead of it. That was 36 the other day. 37, episode 37. We've got an epic one here on the front and back burners for you. Ryan, it's been a hell of a busy, productive day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Rock and roll machine does not slow down, does it?
No.
It goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
A couple recording sessions, a couple podcasts, a couple rehearsals.
We're going for the long haul today.
The long haul.
Yeah.
And here we are, rolled into BOC Studio, and we have with us some ass kickers from the city of Hamilton right here. We have Top Dead Center come to rock your world tonight. And, Jim and Dave, clearly are going to tell you some stories about those guys rocking together for years and years and years. And
there's lots of stories.
Yeah, no doubt. We got Branch and Elvis who are coming in to Who's left? Who's left?
We have
Sean O'Brien's come in to goon things up a little bit.
Yes, because we need the bad guy in the group, man.
Everyone needs a prop. And Shawnee's our mascot.
Shawnee's a mascot.
He's the man.
We got Ian here. Ian Nielsen is the bass player, and Mike Cotton. He's the one that keeps us all, on the up and up.
Now, you guys, as far as Top Dead Center being a rock and roll entity, it's got a heritage, and to kind of get where you are today. Is there a commonality? Were you guys hooked up for your love of music? Was it a Donnybrook, or was it a love affair? What was it?
I gotta say, it's a love for music, hey, buddy?
All the way.
All the way.
All the way?
Yeah.
And just, we're lucky to, hook up with each other that, you can actually connect with and write.
10 years ago, I got involved with Jim McLean here through an audition. And, from there, Top Dead Center grew, and it turned out this guy lived next door to me, and I didn't know for like 5 years.
So who was the audition for? Was it you're both auditioning for the same
He was auditioning for my band I was putting together.
Yeah,
and
back in the day.
And he came out and he sang with like huge balls. They were in like a wheelbarrow. They were in a wheelbarrow, and I'm like, can you listen to this freaking guy, man?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had been out of the business. I was in a band when I was younger, High Water Band, and I was with them for quite some time, for probably a bunch of years. And what happened was I'd been out of the industry. I started doing things with my life. I thought I'd raise a family, all that kind
Making
of thing.
babies.
Yeah, it
Making
happens.
babies and
it
things
happens
like
left,
that.
right, and center.
Yeah, I got hook, line, and sinker right off the bat, right? And I thought to myself, okay, I really want to do this, right? And I got support from my family. I'm going to go audition for a few bands, see where it goes. Met up with Jim. Fuck, it's been fantastic ever since.
Yeah, and you guys, clearly you got a love of the style of music, but you've probably had a varied background. If you take it back a little bit further, when you were younger, when did you first get hit with the bug? How old were you? And tell me something about who's your influencers.
From the age of 3, I think I just took to music. My parents, I was just fascinated with it, and they caught they saw me stacking their records on the platter one day, and my old man says, you better go over and show him, because he does this all the time. And then I was adjusting the balance and the treble and the bass, and the big
you were a big sound guy, right? Big sound guy.
Yeah, man.
You're right into the whole thing as well as music itself. Yeah. How about bang? Were you banging on pots and pans and you bought you an instrument?
I started wanting to be a drummer, and it got to the point where it's like I seriously, I had the sticks, of course, and I'd be tapping on pillows in bed, and I was like 12 or whatever. And the old man, he goes, drums they don't have the Chinese market of drums back in the late 70s.
It was a tough gig.
A decent kit was like $1,000, so the old man's like, too loud, too expensive. You want a guitar? I'm like, Van Halen was like,
and we wouldn't want to kick you out when you're 12.
And like, okay, I love guitar, so.
And you guys, as far as how long you've been playing together, as the 4 of you, and how long you've been playing music, period.
A long time.
A long time,
yeah. A long time.
Ian Nielsen.
I know. Ian says it was his first, was it 1979? You were playing.
Yeah.
Your first gig was officially in the 70s, right?
Yes.
Your first paying gig?
Yes.
It's like, that's good. Those guys get the get the dog barking.
He loves it.
Because absolutely know that's a score. And, tell me about the kind of stuff you were listening to, that kind of brought you along.
It ran the gamut. I listened to everything from from like funk to heavy rock to progressive rock, and you know, a regular thing on my turntable was like listening to like Bob Dylan and the Doors and Led Zeppelin and Yes and King Crimson and you know. And the Commodores.
Yeah, throwing in the mix, because he really didn't draw that line like a lot of really good record collections are like that, especially when worlds came together and either bumped in and inherited people's record collections one way or another, hook or crook or high water. Yeah. But we remember the days of vinyl. You seem a little younger. Did you have a record collection of your own at any point in time?
For me, it was all Metallica, Iron Maiden, and Jethro Tull.
Right on. Which was
White Snake.
And, well, that was later.
Yeah, you only like the video with the chick on the car.
That's
which is great, because I'm curious when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or came in, and like the first heavy metal inductee was Jethro Tull, or I can't remember what award it was, but Jethro
Grammys.
Tull, God, was it the Grammys?
First metal award given out.
And I'm thinking, man, I love Tull, but it was like they didn't really get the metal thing at all. Like, did that influence you as a kid to say, I got to check these guys out, or was it somebody in your family, like your dad or your mom?
An uncle of mine had some Tull records, so we would listen at Christmas and stuff like that. And
cool.
Yeah.
We'd have the family
Tull
mushrooms
at Christmas.
It's Tull's Christmas hour.
very cool.
And Sean O'Brien, you've obviously, you've been involved in the music, business around town for quite some time, and a good rock band when you see one, other than being a good bunch of guys. What's kind of attracted you to be working with these guys now?
I first saw them at Gage Park, actually. Y108 show or Festival of Friends.
Festival of Friends.
And that would have been, 2009?
9.
Yeah, 2009 Festival of Friends. We played that gig.
I met you guys, and then
Kim Mitchell was on the bill, and I think David Wilcox was on the bill, that one.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Those are nice when you go and you got a decent sized crowd, and and you do well too, right?
Huge stage.
That was the year. Wasn't that the year that they were doing the how many people they can get to sing that
Deep Purple. Yeah.
Okay.
Deep Purple.
They say, and we went on just before that. So the greatest thing about that gig is that we went on just before they did it. We were the band that went on. In fact, we were on stage.
The crowd got huge.
The crowd was there at that time.
They were trying to beat the record, right? So it's like they had
1,200 people with guitars.
With
guitars,
watching us play. So it worked out really well. It was definitely in Top Dead Center's favor. It was a good time.
I met you guys playing with Negus, right?
Yeah. We did a gig together at the Oakwood.
Yeah, back.
So.
Ian used to play with Steve Negus, formerly
friend of the show.
Yes.
Friend of the show.
Friend of everybody. Steve Negus.
Stevie.
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Blue Room Studio. Do yourself a favor.
Go check.
If you have a drum sound you need to capture, he's the guy.
He mastered both our albums for us, and what did he say? Great talent.
Great talent, and
great ears.
And an interesting, funny guy, And it's I find most people when you're involved in the music business, it doesn't suffer fools gladly, does it? If you're a dork in this business, you get run out pretty quick, or you don't. There's nothing to sustain you.
Yep.
In this business. So.
He's such an innovator with what he does, what he did when he was playing with Saga. He totally carved his own niche, you know?
Yeah, it was really neat finding out, talking to him, that all the stuff he was working with soul and R&B bands and all of this was what he was playing, and you listen to some
bringing that
chops.
feel. You can feel that in Saga
I met him.
music.
I had an R&B band with my girlfriend, and I met him. He played with that band, and I couldn't believe he was into the R&B thing, And he just smoked it. It was great.
On the new album, Steve went ahead and mastered and mixed some of the. Well, he mixed the last two songs
and performed on them.
And he didn't just mix those last two songs. He kind of coached us a little bit and got us going on what to do. Helped us along with the new two songs, and they were so good. We had to put them on as bonus tracks on the album to turn it to a 10 disc to a 12 song CD.
Yeah, and they were late additions to our collection, so it was like, well. Steve played drums on them, and we had them all done, and did them all at Blue Room Studio, and bam, bonus.
There's your ticket.
There's our Saga connection.
We're gonna hear some action from that disc. you've come in. You're going to play a little bit of a live for us in the studio for the people. You got a hankering to get down and doing that first, or would you?
Yeah, actually,
sure?
we can actually play that song, one of the bonus tracks off the album, off the new album, Top Dead Center. This song's called "Can't Touch You."
We all on?
Count us in there, Michael.
Yeah. Sing it, say it, testify. It's all so good. It's off of Take Another Breath, and it is, of course, available brand new.
Yep.
Coming at you. I want you to tell me about the experience of making this.
Oh. There's a lot of talk about with that,
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
Where was it born?
It was
I
around
want to hear all about the honeymoon and where the little seed came from.
Well, it was the honeymoon was long over. It was most of it was written while the original 4 we had back worked together. Dave and I were the primary writers, and there was a transition time where they decided to go off and change the lineup. Change at the time, so all that was really left was the basic drums. And being without a bass player, well, I kind of took over and looked after that and the guitar duties and stuff and production as well on the first 2 albums. And
Good job on that, buddy.
and yeah, we pulled it out and we went a little
And
farther.
had you played much bass before? Or did you kind of have to train yourself to do that?
Yeah, I kind of had
Step
a bit
back
of a
from a guitar player and look at it from a different set of eyes.
listen to that kick drum, man,
Yeah.
and groove with it and try and think. I didn't really play guitar much for about a month while I was doing that.
Yeah.
On top of mixing and all that other stuff that goes with it, but we went a little farther. We brought in some backup vocals as well, like from outside the band. We had Andrea Rees come in.
Yeah, Andrea
a great
did a great job.
singer. She's in like the Ancaster Theater Group, I think, and they do
Beautiful singer. She actually did. I met Andrea back in the old High Water
from an old
days.
band they was in. So
Yeah,
Right.
she was with us when we played with when we performed with Lear and Kim Mitchell and a couple other
His old
bands,
band.
too.
Now, where the songs come from? You share songwriting duties, or you just come together? I got a part of a
50-50,
song,
one up the
and
middle,
it's
yeah.
like you help each other finish each other's songs, or it's more
Pretty
like
much,
you're
yeah.
done, yeah.
yeah.
And
I'll come into the room with an idea, and he'll embellish on it and make it what you are hearing now.
Yeah, what you
or
need
what do you
to
got
do.
for this?
Yeah.
And then he'll come in with an idea and,
Yeah.
and show me this idea, and he says, "Dave, we need some lyrics for this." The Ant Farm off the first album, classic example of that was off the first album. He came in the room and he said, "Dave, I was driving up the 400 and going up north. It was summertime, and I can't believe it. You're almost in Barrie and you're still seeing rooftops, right? It never was that like that when we were kids." And he said, I really would like to put that into a song. Why is that? And he says, as far as I'm concerned, driving up the 400 is like looking at an ant farm. You just see all these houses and all you see is rooftops all the way up and down. So he said,
no backyards, like
he
nobody
actually
probably
came
talks to each other.
He actually came up with the name Ant Farm, and that was the name of the song.
Yeah.
So on the first album, we recorded that song Ant Farm, and we put that together. I wrote all the lyrics, walked into the room, and he goes, "No way, that's beautiful. That's exactly what I was trying to portray in this song." And we put Ant Farm together, and boom, it was, right?
Excellent. And it's quite often when you can have the opportunity to get the hook or get something that's going to stick in your mind or a little something, to get back to, and play on it again. So the process, was it painful or was it enjoyable or it just was, it was a process?
And I'm going to try and make it a shorter story than it really is because it was a painful story.
Yeah.
We just finished playing the Alex out in Brantford. It was in March the 8th, and I'll never forget that date because we got back from that gig March the 8th. It was a really good gig. I think we were with Trace 9 that night, right?
But that particular night was we get to the studio, load the gear in the rain, drive to the gig in the rain, unload in the rain.
And it's March, remember.
And
it's March.
Yeah, unseasonably wet, and it's like wet all night. And then we get back to the studio and
Get back to the studio and start unloading all of our gear. In still pouring rain. It's March. The ground's
so
frozen.
it's not warm.
It's not warm. And the guys say, "Hey, there's a little bit of water. You got a little bit of water in the back of your shop there, right?" And I look back and I just saw a little bit of water coming out of one of the drains, right? And I thought, there's nothing to it. I'll squeegee it to another drain. So I started squeegeeing this thing to another drain. Everybody leaves and I'm squeegeeing, cleaning up the shop. They're all gone. And as I'm squeegeeing it in, it starts to come up that drain. Then it starts to come up the toilet. Then it starts to come up the other drains in the building. I ended up having to call him on the phone. He comes back. A buddy that was with me that came out to our gig was there.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, the next day, 7 o'clock at night, we had gotten everything out of the shop. And if it wasn't for the fact that gig, every bit of our gear would have been flooded.
Yeah.
We had over 2.5 feet of water in our whole studio.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
skin of your teeth, getting
Skin of your
everything
teeth,
back
you just
out.
try to click that light
it was
off,
funny.
just
And the
I'll
next
deal
gig
with it
after
tomorrow.
that, we got the news that the drummer, he decided like he wanted to spend a little more time with his family, and he went and did that. And we congratulated him on his decision, and the bass player who was who contributed a lot to the beginning of the album and so on and so forth. He said that, you know, he really wanted to play with Wally and he had some other ventures he wanted to do, so he went on his way, and that was fine with us because we got to move on and we wouldn't have the great guys that we got now.
Yeah, you know, no doubt.
If it wasn't
Things happen for a reason. You got to, you know, eat some crap before you get some cake.
So
right?
the album was put together by Jim and I, arranged, put together, mixed by Jim, and produced by Jim McLean, produced in TDC Studios. And it came out to what it was, and it's a beautiful album.
It was really just like, in the end, it was just like the two of us, just, you know.
And it's funny.
It's quite often a testament to, like, you know,
but we didn't give up.
Snapshot in time, right?
Yeah,
like,
we didn't give
always
up.
be able to look back at how that sounded and the little edge that's on some.
We were very determined that to see that actually got in our hands one day and just.
And when Ian and Mike joined the group a year or so ago, when they joined the group, they actually put their own flavor to these songs and made these songs what they are now.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I am so thankful for the flood of 2010.
Yeah.
Or 2009. What was it now?
So I know it's like dropping a new motor back in your car. It's just like, oh.
It's like, and then, you know, we decreased. We actually decreased the band by another member and just made it a 4-piece. It was a 5-piece for the longest time, and
we had a second guitar player.
It is so much better. It's so much nicer. It's so much thicker and cleaner. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all working
Just tight.
together. Ian's grabbed the songs and he's put his own little you know,
a little more room.
little Nielsenisms on it.
And then there's that
and
guy.
just put some nuts on these songs.
And then there's that guy.
This guy. I love it. Do you mind if I talk a little bit of Mike
Talk a
for
bit
a
about
sec?
Mike then.
Mike is a 37-year-old. No, I'm just kidding, Mike. Mike's a young fella. He's only 23 years old. He's one of the best drummers in Hamilton. Even Steve Nagus has commented on his skill. He's top 5. Great drummer. He is. He's amazing. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually playing in a band with that guy. I'm not trying to toot your horn too much, buddy, but dude, this guy can hit those things, and he can play in any environment at any time, and the flexibility of him is incredible.
He blew me off 2 years ago. You know that. He did blow me off. I'm like, dude, come out and, you know, we're between drummers at the time. We're like, come on, audition, man. He's like, and who are you?
But you know what the point is that he didn't do that. He didn't do that last time.
I love that guy, man.
So
I'm kidding.
It's really an honor to be in a band with these guys, and
absolutely.
And I can't wait to the third album's going to be coming out at the beginning of next year, and these guys here are going to be 100% all in on that.
Right on.
Yeah, so I was looking forward to it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tag them because we would want to hear something off of Take Another Breath, which is your latest CD, listening to the material, you know, and you guys aren't the best judges because you like them all or hate them all for different reasons. You're each going to pick a song off the CD that you dig to play the most. What is the one song off the CD that when you start playing that on stage or start playing either, that's the one I like?
What is Cherry Hill on the second album?
Cherry Hill is, yeah.
Okay, Cherry Hill, so that's track number 7. For those of you, we're going to hear that one first. We'll probably come back and maybe do a live tune, and then Mike's got a little bit longer to think about what one he wants to hear. You know, it may have jumped immediately to mine, but right now we're going to hear Ian Nielsen's pick off of Take Another Breath, which is Cherry Hill on barbershoppodcast.com.
The hill all running. Don't shoot until you see white in their eyes. The death of many soldiers, wreaking havoc in a policy of lies. chastely redeem their precious lives. And I say, somebody hit me. Ooh, am I still alive? Somebody hit me. Well, I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we've been here before. Still I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we won't be back for more. Oh no, somebody hit me. Ooh, am I still alive? Somebody hit me. Well, I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we've been here before. Still I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we won't be back for more. Yeah, I know, and I know, and I know, and I know they're lying on the floor. Still I know, and I know, and I know, and I know the war and the wars forevermore.
Top Dead Center here at barbershoppodcast.com. Guys, thanks for coming over. Thanks for rocking the neighborhood.
having
We like
us.
that. In the undisclosed location of Boxo Studio. When you go to Boxo Studio, you're put in a white van, given a blindfold.
I was nervous.
It was
about
kind of
that.
weird, but and I know the guard dogs are a little bit, but you got to keep the people away. That's what I
Yeah.
find. Most people try to bring business in. It's more important to keep them away.
Yeah.
Well, they're dogs, right?
And it's good to keep biscuits in your pocket.
Biscuits in your pockets.
Just in case.
Biscuits.
Someone's going to break that down.
Not like Mike, who carries a Big Mac around with him wherever he goes.
It's got like 6 bites out of it so far.
So writing music and writing your own music, obviously that's a huge part for anyone who has, who sticks it out, in the business. Can you put it down? Can you stop writing, or is it just sort of thing where you just keep doing it? And you need this.
It's like to ask somebody to stop breathing, really, and you think about it. I mean,
Just hits at you. It just
yeah.
hits.
When you think about it, I write every day. Every day there's a tune going through my head. You just can't stop doing it.
Yeah.
And there's so many great songs you're hearing now coming out from even the older bands are coming out with some great songs. You're inspired.
Yeah.
You're inspired constantly, and I'm inspired by everything I do. I mean, when it comes to rock and roll, I know that the other guys we're looking forward to some of the songs that we got in the can right now for the third album that's coming out next year.
Excellent.
And it's just not going to stop. I don't think I can.
I've heard that a hit song needs more hooks than a tackle box. Do you guys write the songs and then put the hooks on the song after, or do you have a hook that just searches for lyrics at some point in time, or a little bit of both?
Sometimes it if Dave will have a hook, or just he'll have a song structure of some chords or some stuff that'll go with his melody, or vice versa. And then sometimes I always kind of listen for what my brain just tells me, you just naturally kind of find a hook just to what can I add to what he's done, or
And vice versa.
interpret it, or just but hooks kind of come easy to me.
Yeah. And
Very easy.
what about the versus the recording experience, which is a process in its own? Yeah, the live experience. Clearly you guys, it's not your first rodeo. You've been doing this for a long time, so you know how to do it. You know how to get up and tear down and everything. But as far as getting out and feeling that buzz of playing live?
We're literally able right now to go play anywhere at any time at any moment. So one of the things that we're really good at is we can set up and tear down in 5 minutes. I mean, and they appreciate that because we've been doing it for so long. I mean, and we're all familiar with our
That's when we do the cardboard air guitar set. We're up and out so fast.
Yeah, and the greatest thing about it is that I mean, I've played in almost all the venues through Ontario and Toronto. I've played everywhere over the years, and each time it's different. You get a different sound guy, you get a different crowd. You get every single time it's different, so it's always an experience. And we try to incorporate some of these experiences into our songs. And I know I got a couple in the can for the next album that that have been incorporated through some of my experiences and Top Dead Center's experiences out there playing in the field.
Yeah, so tell me about, like, you guys have been hooked up with Top Dead Center for a while now. Experience as far as like playing live and playing, what you've been playing previously. Is it have you found your niche? Are you feeling it?
Getting there. We had to look at the songs a little differently when we started rehearsing them. Like I play bass pedals and so we kind of had to look at where we could make that fit to round out the missing guitar,
bringing new strengths and stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So that means that album number 3 in my mind is going to have a totally different
absolutely
vibe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it's fun. I enjoy playing the stuff, and these guys give me free reign with the stuff. It's not very often I get told what to play.
Or bring it. Just, what you're hearing, what you're feeling. You got ideas, riffs. Bring them with you, man. Yeah,
when it's a mutual admiration society, it makes it so wonderful because you don't even think about telling somebody what to play because everything they play is so good and
exactly
empathetic, right? They get the song, right? That they're not playing.
I mean,
you're thinking and communicating musically, like on the spot.
Yeah. It's usually that's the way it's going to be. This except for a few ideas that I have. This is a total four-part experience that we're having with the new album, which we want to, come out with, guns blazing when it happens.
Is there something in the can that you would be comfortable in playing? Something that's kind of born from the four of you?
I think we got a kind of a set list that we're doing right now, but who knows? We might try something.
If you're feeling it later, I would love it because just the sound you have is wonderful. Like playing the music and from how you've interpreted it anyway, everything sounds right on.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
If you're going to play, what are you going to play next?
This song is actually off the first album, Far From Nowhere. It's called From the Sky, and it's a great little song. It goes a little something like this. You guys all set?
It's about. You can tell what it's about.
It's about what's on people's minds. It's about is there anybody out there besides just us? On the face of this earth, is there? So it's kind of an interpretation of what we're seeing on the news and the radio and stuff like that when it comes to extraterrestrial life and stuff like that. So
what's out there, man?
What is out there? We're not the only things.
So this song is called From the Sky because I don't think it's coming from the earth.
Okay,
play it up.
Can't you see? I need you to help me.
you don't get much better than that, do you?
Yeah, it was
That's
fun.
kick-ass. That sounded awesome.
Thanks a lot.
That's awesome. So,
Thanks, Kevin.
Clearly getting people to motivate, get them their bum to shake, get them to have a good time. This
That's the
is
whole
what
point.
you do, right?
Yeah.
People aren't, they're not coming out to read your diary, but you can still tell them something, right? This is
It
the
is,
great
exactly.
thing about songwriting. You get to write killer lyrics, but if you put it in a nice package, people take that candy home.
Yeah, that's what we want.
So tell me about some of the plans that you've got on the burner right now. Sort of the things that you're doing. Top Dead Center's focusing, concentrating on. Any
We got
news?
some shows. We got some shows lined up, which is really good. I hope to see a lot of our fans out there at this gig. August the 24th, we're playing at the St. Hollywood with Blue Coupe.
Cool. That's a Saturday night or
Hamilton.
In Hamilton, yes. The St. Hollywood in Hamilton. I believe that's a Saturday, is it?
Yes.
sure?
Yeah, Saturday night, yeah.
Yeah, because Lou loves the Coupe and Hamilton loves the Coupe, and that is always
There's
a sold out show,
Yeah, there's-
and it is a great time. And to be on that bill, holy fuck!
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Well, that's
That's
for people
nice.
who don't know. It's Albert Bouchard,
Yeah,
his brother,
Can you pass him that?
Joe Bouchard from Blue Oyster Cult,
Oyster Cult, and
and Dennis Dunaway from Alice Cooper, and these guys are all from the
It was signed.
the best era of those bands.
of rock and roll, and they play and they love playing in the shows. There's
Yeah.
high energy, excellent musicianship, and these guys are lifers too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
These guys got it going on, so.
Yeah.
And it's like anything else, like the earlier question. Do you think you'll ever stop wanting to play?
Yeah.
Wanting to write? No,
Yeah.
nobody does.
Yeah.
It's
there's
once
a
you do
venue,
it, you're stuck.
and for those of you who don't know, More Cowbell that was released from them recently, that was recorded live at the St. Hollywood. So this is the kind of room you can go out to, throw $20 on it,
And that
ticket,
was-
something like that, and see one hell of a show.
Yeah,
That was I recorded that.
You recorded that?
Yeah.
That was a beautiful recording, Ian.
yeah, it was really good, buddy.
Ian has a
I got the best compliment from Dennis Dunaway. I went out to see them at the Rock Pile, and he came running up to me and he said, "What'd you do to my bass sound?" And he goes, "I've worked with every producer. I've worked with Bob Ezrin." And he goes, "He didn't make my bass sound like that."
You know what,
if you
though?
told him, you'd have to
Tell
kill
him you're a bass
right?
player.
And I don't think he meant it in a way that was against anything.
Oh, no,
that Bob
he
Ezrin
wanted
did.
the
It's just
secret.
it was a
He
different
totally
time,
loved
right?
it.
Was a different different
Oh,
time.
absolutely,
We've got a lot more that we can add to the music now, make everything a lot more full, like more thick.
He's,
Ian's a master at it, so why not, right, buddy?
Yeah.
and with Mike Cotton and Ian here, I'm not alone now with the
Producing.
the producing, like the tech geek
Master.
end of things. It's like, hey man,
Yeah.
run with it, give me a break.
Oh yeah, isn't it nice?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, we got a great support team. I
Yeah.
mean, with Steve Negus helping us
Yeah.
out with everything he can do.
Oh, we've got help from all over
Everyone,
the place. It's
yeah.
great.
And you really need that when it's a DIY world and in music. Then you have to be hard driven and creative,
Yeah.
and have that support system of people who help your vision go forward
Absolutely.
in this business.
We're on that bill at Hollywood with another local band, Rothwell. They're going to be doing the opening set,
So that's
they're worthwhile checking out too. Good heavy rock
Yeah.
band.
That's good. And the date again is August 24th.
Saturday, August the 24th,
Okay.
2013.
All right, be sure to check out. I'm sure your Facebook page and your other social media sites will carry that
Oh yeah,
information.
we're social media whores.
And you have to be. Get it out there. Get it out there. Get it out
Well,
there.
it's how you can market directly to the people who give a shit,
Yeah.
right? Like you don't,
Exactly.
you're not, you don't
You're
need
not
to
wasting
flood.
people's time.
Yeah.
You don't really care about live music and real rock and roll.
Yeah.
Now,
So that-
if someone had to ask you, say, "Oh yeah, you're in a band. What kind of band are you?" Like, and you don't want to like shortchange them, but you're sick of answering the question. How do you guys handle?
I just
that?
say hard rock.
hard rock band.
hard rock, melodic rock,
Yeah.
folk rock. There's all kinds of
Yeah.
like with all the music that. I mean, I'm in my, I'm up there.
You're up there. I'm in my post.
I'm in my post 30s, and I've been influenced. I couldn't even tell you what bands
How
I've been
many,
influenced
yeah.
by. I mean, it's
Flipping through
really
the
hard
vinyl.
and that's the greatest thing about the
Yeah.
internet age and the industry the way it is right now. I mean, we hear a lot of things how the industry will never be the same as it used to be, and in a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
But I don't see that. I'm now able to play what I want, when I want, to whomever I want,
and share it with
and share it with anybody I want, You know, at any
Check
given
this
time.
out.
I mean, check this out. Listen to it. I mean, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it because I love it. And
Yeah.
There is no money.
There's no money,
no
you know.
money in
There
it.
isn't. But
Fucking money.
I mean, I think we paid you to come here and talk tonight.
hey, you know what? It's negotiable. We're still talking
No, I'm just
about
kidding.
it. We're still talking about it. Okay, I want to play another cut off. Take Another Breath. And Mr. Mike Cotton, what is the song that you like to play that gives you the big grin that's off of this one?
What gives you wood, Mike?
What gives you wood?
I like Charlene on this one.
Charlene is a song.
These are two of the bonus tracks on that
and
album. eh?
exactly. This is how good it gets. Okay, that's 12. You know, and 12 is a good number. That's what you say. You need 10 for the record, and then 12 bonus.
And this one's got our good buddy Stevie Sneakus
plays
on drums.
Steve plays
Vegas,
drums
he
on
played
this
some
song.
sneaky drums on this, and so of course it's fun to play because it's got some nice creative bits, right? Okay, and you can find this video for anyone listening to it, or
No, it's not done.
it's not done. It's not started yet. Has it got
The
a girl though?
second
Because,
video?
it's
The
like
second video, yeah.
Could be the next
a
one.
pretty girl.
Yes, we have a bad guy in that video as well as a pretty girl. I mean, that's kind of the thing we're going with.
gotta have it.
Yeah, got to have a pretty girl, got to have a bad guy,
Yeah.
and you got to have a car. That's
A
pretty
kick-ass
much
car.
it.
There
Yeah,
we go.
kick-ass car.
All right, we're going to play off of the latest release from these guys at Top Dead Center, Charlene, on barbershoppodcast.com.
Yeah.
You've taken this too far. Charlie, you're wasted in my car. Tried to reach you all the while. Tried to teach you all the while. Can't believe that you're still so Charlie, I can't believe you're gone. Charlie, girl, I can't carry on. Walking my line all the while, having your line all the while. I forget where we be. Why do I go on living, knowing that the world is not forgiving? Why do I do the same thing, even though inside I can't explain? Charlie. Charlie, I'm forever yours. Charlie, don't focus on the door. Still you leave there all the while. My heart's the beating all the while. Won't you carry me back?
barbershoppodcast.com, where you're going to hear kick-ass music the whole night through. We got the guys from Top Dead Center in here at BOC Studio.
Yeah, we're here.
Kicking ass with their latest release, Take Another Breath, which is available through their website,
iTunes. CD Baby, all that stuff.
all that good stuff. And links will be on the site at barbershoppodcast.com.
Remember, it's the Canadian spelling.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's right.
CENTRE.
R-E. You want to do that. So you've got something cooking for us in the way of a musical tune. Now, this tune is a, I guess, it's got a. Grab your can, Spider-Man.
Grab your
tiny speakers.
Put those over your ears. Which number is she in there? I don't know.
Oh no, he's
on this one, probably 4.
Okay.
You got. This tune has got some notoriety for you.
Well, before we go to that one, you'd mentioned like as the last song.
Oh yeah, when I was listening to it, I thought, man, you really, that it's got that Ozzy Osbourne quality to it.
Charlene, the one he just played.
Charlene, yeah.
Great song. Love that tune.
Yeah.
A lot of that comes from like, I think Dave has a very unique voice and style.
Yeah.
He wasn't. What struck me, Dave originally was like he wasn't a guy that didn't try to sound like anybody else. He didn't have a true hero that he tried to emulate. He just kind of took from what's around him, and what you got is what's Dave. He's like his voice is a unique sounding instrument, but he's also like in the studio that kind of you mentioned like he's kind of similar to Ozzy in some way. In that way, is that the multi-tracking of the vocals.
Yeah.
He's very good at like lining up in like a perfect picture of what he sang when we multi-track it, and just to thicken the voice up, it's a technique.
Oh yeah, and I mean flashes. I think Dave's got a fantastic vocal range, and you've got that ability to scream in key. You've got that ability to put it to the next level, and it's like all that stuff is really good, especially when you're in your post-30s. It's not as easy to scream.
I got 3 kids. I scream a lot.
I got a lot of practice, right?
And he's been known to have a cigarette in his hand or two, or both hands sometimes.
From time to time.
While I'm having a shower.
Yeah, we talked about the good old days when you could go on stage with a cigarette in your mouth.
So one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna perform On a Train a little later on. But On a Train is was one song that we've never performed acoustically, and it was a song that
we're drop D. I'm drop D. So.
Yeah, we're still drop D. But I didn't know we were going to perform that right this second. But but On a Train is a song that Jim and I wrote. There's some history behind that. A buddy of ours was playing drums with Jim, and I was cleaning the board, the PA in another room, cleaning the board off, cleaning all the pots and stuff like that. And I heard them playing this beat, and all of a sudden the whole song.
I just had a riff.
I just had a riff. Just
the whole song blew up in your head.
The whole song blew up in my head, and I ran into the room and I said,
"Keep doing that!
Don't stop!" And I grabbed a piece of paper and I started writing down. I wrote the whole song in probably a minute.
Isn't that wonderful when that happens? That's like
everything in 15 minutes. Like literally the solo I had for them from the day one really hasn't changed at all.
Right.
Mind you, I can't rip it as good on acoustic, but I mean, like, that's one song they say, it fell out like that.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
It makes you believe, because people say, oh no, all the best songs are written inside of 20 minutes. It's like when
simple.
It happens to you, you say, okay.
Now the song is something that it's profound in its own way, because the whole song is about from being born to death. It's about your life, everyone's life.
With the train as the metaphor.
The train is the metaphor of the journey that each of us
on.
are taking on it. And some people get on the train a little too early, and some people get off the train a little too quick. And I mean, we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot of great musicians to that. And it's basically a song that kind of shows. It's a song that's got a lot of heart, but it kicks ass from beginning to end, and I think that's...
Well, we're honored to hear it for the first time ever acoustically
we
presented to you here, Drop D Tuning.
The saddest of all keys.
The saddest of all keys.
I thought that was B minor.
That's D minor, actually. This is the saddest of all keys. Okay, so we're going to give it a go?
Yeah.
Here we go, barbershoppodcast.com.
Changed my ways and been a different man that I become. While the sun's in the back, getting high on the fact his glory days are near an end. Just like the beat in the song, he keeps moving on with every step he takes. Another bam on a
a train, on a train. Everyone's a singing, making sweet loving on a train. On a train, on a train. It's all a real day, living our lives out on a train. There's a whistle blowing in the back now. Another soul has made it to the end. Still another blows and all the passengers know to get back in their seats again. The train starts moving, the coachman signals it's time for us to carry on. Well, is the next stop mine and am I out of time? In the end, life goes on. On a train, everyone's singing, making sweet loving on a train. On a train, it's all a real day, living our lives out on a train. He waits slow in the back now. He screams he wants to play the game. The conductor says it's time to go now. If you stay, you'll surely go insane. Not knowing what lies beyond horizons, not knowing we're lost upon the plains. Well, it's half the fun until the game is won here on this train. Everyone's singing, making sweet loving on a train. On a train, it's all a real day, living our lives out on this train. On a train, can you feel the pain? Making sweet loving on a train. On a train, it's all a real day, living our lives out on a train.
Ain't it the truth? Life is like a train ride.
Yeah, man.
And that was a kick-ass train ride. Gotta say, absolutely, it's got that groove on it. You get to go and you probably jam that one out. You know, you probably find yourself getting lost in that one for a while. For a while.
Yeah, we've never really jammed that out acoustically. It's always been one of those songs you just get in and you want to kick it, right?
Never thought about it. Mike suggested why not try that one then.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty surprised that it worked quite well.
Seems to suit the format.
Yeah. Totally. So how do you find yourself viewing yourself going forward? You know, it's like, okay, there's the period where you establish yourself. Now you're in control of your own destiny, and you've been actively doing videos, which are really cool, and using other venues. What other things have you found that's worked good to kind of get people familiar with you guys and what you do?
Talking to people, going to the bars and getting drunk.
Yeah,
that works all the time.
Those people like to go out and socialize, have a good time.
The people that like the music like to go out and have fun. So the only way to do that is to get out there and talk to people, right? And try to get them informed about what you're doing and your as a band and what you're doing. You know, generally. You know, what's coming out new, you know, keep everybody in the loop.
Yeah.
Social media is really good, of course, but, you know.
Exactly, and swag, and you guys got some killer swag, you know, I have to say. My girlfriend totally scooped my keychain. This is Ryan's keychain, but I don't think he knows about it, so.
Yeah, I do now.
Ah!
Yeah, sorry.
Hoisted up my own petard.
Yeah, we got these shirts. I don't know whether you got a chance to take a look at these shirts. Some good shirts.
Some nice shirts there.
Yeah,
right there, dude.
Here's the
Top
shirts.
Dead Center. So, merchandise is something that, again, it's a huge part of the music. Right?
Walking advertisement,
Yeah,
right?
people want that.
Feel free to modify them like Sean has.
Sean's modified.
Put
throw the
your
collar
own
up.
touch on it, and
Actually, Dave did that.
He gave it some North End attitude.
Sean would be
Yep.
called what's known as a center of influence.
I got it.
You get him, and then he gets a bunch of other people who are like, what's going on with these guys? And,
Do they sell them like that, eh?
yeah. Well, that's the backup.
I want to touch a little bit about the new video that we just put out. It's one of the songs. I think it's the first or second song off the new album. The song's called "Two Ride," spelled T.
Oh, it's way down there.
Yeah, spelled,
number 8.
Number 8. There you go. It's spelled T-U ride. Two ride. Sean. When I came up with the concept of the idea, I thought to myself, who am I going to get to act in this? Because it's more of a theatrical video than anything else.
Yeah.
So I got a hold of Brent Turner, and I got a hold of Ted Van Boort, who's been a very big active. Both of them have been a huge active role with Top Dead Center. Brent Turner's taken a lot of his experience that he has out in the road and stuff like that, and came up with some great ideas for this video. And so I thought, who are we going to play the bad guy? And I couldn't figure it out. And he just, Jim came up and said, Sean O'Brien is the only person in the world that can play that bad guy.
First one that came to mind,
Yeah,
Shawnee.
because he's perfect. And you know what? I have never met anybody that played such a huge part, that was so active in his scenes. I mean, he played his scenes. There was some scenes where he had to throw himself on the ground. I thought he was going to kill himself.
I'm not going to. No, it was stunt double.
Yeah,
Stunt double.
But no, he was right into it. I mean, I went ahead and I put the whole thing together. I did a storyboard and I presented it to Brent Turner, and he goes, "Oh, this is amazing." He looked at me and he said, "Dave, I've never seen a guy with such a vivid idea. This is going to be easy to shoot." It never is easy.
No, but
we
he
started
was
shooting that
inspired.
video sometime in April, and it was still cold, like really cold. And some of the scenes where we had to look like it was in the summer or the spring, when they're walking down the street, you did see some buds on some stuff, but it's freezing cold out, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's going to be great for the girl scenes.
Not so much for everyone
Not
else.
for so much for everybody else, but I mean, my daughter is actually the little girl that was in the video, and she was freezing. I mean, I think she got sick right after the video. But,
Took one for
nice going, Dave.
yeah,
Took one for the team,
she
though,
did,
right?
But Hannah's been a great support with the video, and Sean and Jillian. And
I was actually talking to Hannah a couple days ago, and I said, "So Hannah, you did a great job. I've told you that before, but I think you did an awesome job in that video. Have you shown it to many of your friends?" And she goes, "No, it's actually pretty violent to be shown to children my age."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh yeah, we got a disclaimer at the beginning. Okay, never mind. In a few years, you can show it to them."
But to top it all off, too, and you got to admit, Sean has been a great support. He's been sharing the video. He's been helping the band.
Great supporter of the band long before.
I mean, I love this guy. He shows up to all of our shows, and he's a true supporter of what Top Dead Center.
And live music
Humping
general in Hamilton, he's always been, someone who puts his money where his mouth
Yeah,
is. Anyway.
he's an icon on the scene. I'll tell you
Sean.
that.
I see Sean at more shows at Hollywood. He's always out at a show.
Yeah,
Casbah, or you name it.
Yeah,
The city-
always out at a show.
and the city loves you for it too, buddy. They do.
Well, I was going to ask him to pick the third song off the CD, and I imagine it might be Two Ride, because we can't show you the video because of technical constraints, but you can go look it up yourself on YouTube. It's Top Dead Center with R-E and Two Ride, T-U Ride.
I don't know. I've never
So,
We never played that one acoustically.
no.
You want to try it?
Yeah, I guess it's Sean's pick if you want to hear it acoustically or you want to hear
back to
the standard.
Take a second to go back if you want to give it a shot.
Yeah, you want to give it a go?
Apparently they want to give it a go after you've been tuned up. Curveball job.
Well, I'm just thinking, what am I going to play? I was like, okay, I don't know.
He's trying to think of what he's playing.
But he can play out of it, yeah.
Play out of it,
Give us a minute.
Go
Let's
play out of
play one we've rehearsed, and then we'll just we'll
Yeah,
throw
we'll
caution to
just
the wind and just
yeah.
go for it.
Play a song from the CD and then we'll go over it.
Yeah,
Okay.
play a song from the
All right.
CD.
So I won't play Two Ride off the CD just in case.
Go
we
with
decide.
Lights Off.
Lights Off has got a story behind it.
Well, actually, it's every the story behind Lights Off is just a song, basically.
If that's the one you want to play them.
If you want, do you want to play? Do you guys want to hear that? Does any of you guys out there want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? Who knows? Who wants to hear it?
How many more can we play? We got time for.
Oh shit, as many as you want.
See, we can play, sit here all night if we like. Yeah.
I also really like Late Night Toy. There's a story behind that.
Yeah, you would think it's very sexual. The Lights Off comes first, and then Late Night Toy comes after that.
Yeah, I know.
You would think.
I leave it to Dave. It's just the imagination.
And then you could actually throw all in right there too.
Throw it all in. Throw it all in.
Throw it all in. You know what? I actually would like to hear All In if I could. All In has got Andrea Reese singing beautiful vocals on the back of that.
Cool. Yeah.
All In. And if we could give that a listen, the song's is about gambling basically, and it's about heading down to Vegas, heading down to wherever you want to go. Atlantic City as basically where it's taking place.
Kind of like musically, it's kind of like a '70s song, just with
right on.
And
nothing to it.
It's about it's being all in. It's about having some fun and taking a chance, and just like we do every day, we get up,
getting dirty in Vegas,
getting crazy in Atlantic
to
City,
a rock
doing
and
what
roll
you got to
soundtrack.
do. Niagara Falls, wherever you're at, just rock out. This song's called All In. It was written by TDC, and we'll rock you guys out. So let's hear it.
City, feeling lucky in a little gritty. I'm hoping this time I make the grade. I play my cards right. Well, I'm here to stay. The bright lights, they call me out. My lucky charms take way on down. I hit the bar and grab a beer. I don't pay, fuck all, they all know me. I set up all laces around. I take a chair. Hey, look at that! All my friends are here. Now deal the cards. I look at mine. I see the flip. I might take the blind. The blind's gone. And there's a river. The river's good. So I feed my liver what to do. This house of sin. I pull my chair back. I'm all in. To drive me crazy.
Well, there you go. A little bit of Top Dead Center coming right at you at barbershoppodcast.com. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming into the studio tonight. It was great. Your performances were great. The CD sounds great.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you got something for the fans. Something you can throw their way.
I just want to announce another gig too. If that's okay.
Extra
drum roll.
Can we have a little bit of an announcement here?
Top Dead Center will be opening up for UFO at the Rock Pile.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
UFO. Fucking A.
Yeah.
October the 11th. Tickets, you can get tickets through Top Dead Center website. I think they go on sale next week at the Top Dead Center website, which is fantastic.
We're putting together a party bus package.
A party bus package.
Are there still any shankers?
No shankers, but they've got the great Vinnie Moore on guitar now.
Yeah, Vinny's in.
Paul Raymond on second guitar and keyboards, backup vocals. Phil Mogg, lead vocalist, all the way through, and the great original Andy Parker on drums.
Nice.
Andy No Neck Parker. For those UFO, they call him No Neck. I don't know why, but he's awesome.
Got to be real buzz for you.
We're pumped.
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm a huge UFO fan.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
How do you not like UFO?
Yeah,
I mean,
look them up if you don't know.
If you don't know, there's probably 1,000 videos.
If you're gonna like torrent an album, go get Strangers of the Night. Start right there.
Tickets are buy a ticket from us.
Exactly.
Get on our bus.
Yep. Get on the party bus.
There's no train going to the rock pile, so we had to get a bus.
You can make it happen yourself.
So the tickets are on sale through. You can check them out. You can go through my Facebook and just message me at Dave Russ on Facebook.
Or better yet, just
me. Or go to the Top Dead Center website and request some tickets if you'd like. The tickets are $40 for the tickets. If you want to take the party bus and go in style, it's $60 for the tickets.
Awesome.
Drink on it, party, old school style.
Yeah,
pick you up, drop you off.
I mean, we're gonna go see some old school rock,
yeah, that's
right?
the way you do it, right?
Well, let's do the old school.
We've done it before, and it's people loved it.
That's good.
We did that when we played the Opera House.
Yeah.
Meet up at the beer store parking lot.
Yeah.
And,
in Dundas, yeah.
Probably a couple stops we'll have points of destination for people that are.
Well, keep your eyes out. We'll have again anything posted that you have. We'll post it on Barbershop Podcast.
And like our Facebook page, Top Dead Center, CENTRE.
RE.
And the website, go to topdeadcenter.ca,
of course.
And, check that out. Check out some
There's pictures of Mike Cotton on there.
Yeah, Michael.
There's pictures of Ian Nielsen, a couple of that guy, a couple of me.
You'll like it.
And
some of him.
Smiling faces.
Smiling faces everywhere.
It's a happy place where people go, where everyone knows your name.
You guys are sounding toit tonight. And I want to, before you head out, play one more live for us. Can you reach into the vault and come out with something?
Reach into that bag.
Just jinxed us, right? Just jinxed us. He said we were playing tight tonight. Now we're playing another one.
Now we're going to fuck it all up.
This song that we're going to do right now is called Up to Me, and it's basically about rock and roll. So it's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to me.
Count us in there, Michael.
1, 2, 3,
I've bled the streets down in L.A. I know that I'm not hearing one single word that woman says. Sometimes I wish that I could turn back time and leave you well. Leave me with that empty feeling. Yeah, we're left to fight while there's a vow. Sometime tomorrow, when the sun's sinking low, I'll pack my bags and I'll go. love every moment. Now you're gone. So tired of bad decisions, so tired of living my life alone. Even though you're right beside me, I can see your love just slip away. Leave me with that empty feeling. Yeah, we'll have to fight well another day. Sometime tomorrow, when the sun is sinking low, I'll pack my bags and I'll go. It's up to me, not up to you. Exactly what I'm supposed to do. Leave me out, take my cue, and it's up to me. If all we find is deep inside, we never been alright. I'll shut the door and walk away, and you will say it's up to me. You say your door is open. Well, I need a place where I can stand. Hard times have since possessed me, left me a mess now, as you can see. Bad days are soon forgotten. Make way for memories to find. Oh yeah. Take back the key I gave you. Give back that life that was never mine. Sometime tomorrow, when the sun is sinking low, well, I'll pack my bags and I'll go. It's up to me, up to you, exactly what I'm supposed to do. Leave me out, take my cue, and it's up to me. If all we find is deep inside, we never been alright. I'll shut the door, walk away, and you will say it's up to me.
Lovely gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Sexy time.
In Nielsen, you're sublime. Your bass playing like a serpent, like a golden serpent. And Mike Cotton, it's true what they say about you. You've got the timing of an angel, I guess. Sean O'Brien, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
It's always nice having you in the room.
Badass.
Around. Dave Russ, your voice, again, fantastic tonight,
Thank you, Kevin.
And
Thanks,
you guys
Ryan.
sound great. And Jim McLean,
My pleasure.
Cheers, brother.
Your presence. Everyone, welcome. Check these guys out.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, check us out for a very special show
thank
next
you.
week on Barbershop Podcast.
Don't forget the August 24th show
Can't.
at This Ain't Hollywood. And
With the Blue
with the Blue Coupe, playing with Blue Coupe, and October the 11th, playing with UFO at the Rock Pile. Get tickets through the website, through Top Dead Center Facebook page. Give me a call. My number's there.
TopDeadCenter.ca.
It's around there, topdeadcenter.ca. And you heard it here at barbershoppodcast.com.
Thank you, everybody.
Guys.
Woo! Thanks for tuning in.